What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's cracking, y'all? Thanks for stopping in. If you're liking this content, make sure you go check out our playlists, reaction video playlists, performance playlists, all kinds of playlists. Got tons of playlists. Go check out all the content, and I appreciate you all. This one, it was a video that wasn't recommended, but I was looking for as a Kobe Bryant fan. I know Kobe is a true historian of the game, has always been a historian of the game, knows so much about all the players of the past, studies them, communicates with them, picks their brain, asks them for help and guidance and knowledge. He was a sponge of information and did everything in his power to be the best player he could be in a version of him that he wanted. So I wanted to see if if I could find any footage on Kobe talking about Larry Bird. He would talk about Mike a lot. He would talk about Magic Johnson a lot. But I always knew that Kobe thought Larry Bird was a top 5 player of all time. But I wanted to see if I could find any video footage or sound bites on him, and I came across this. Lo and behold, I look at the uploader of the video, and it's Irish Girl, which is somebody that has watched some of our videos here. I think she subscribed to Boo TV, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought that was really cool. I didn't even know Irish Girl had her own channel with bird content. That's freaking awesome. So go subscribe, like to that channel as well. Appreciate you, Irish Girl. I was like, yo, that's cool as hell. I didn't even know. I've seen you in the comment sections, but I didn't even know. So cool. Thanks for the upload. This is like really one of the things I was looking for. So that's dope. Let's see what Kobe had to say about Bird.
That competitive nature, the work ethic, and curiosity. Because I asked a lot of questions. Playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, who was great at chasing guards off the screens, and I didn't understand how to do that. I would sit with him before practice, after practice. Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis,
all
the Laker greats. I would always sit down and just ask them questions about certain games that I studied growing up. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? Bird tough to defend. Why? Because he looks slow as shit to me. So I'm missing something. So tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean? And so I would always ask questions and try to learn as much as I could. Right? No? Oh, it's a different generation. You guys probably never even seen Larry Bird play, which is. How many have seen Larry Bird play?
Hey, everybody's seen Larry Bird play.
That's not a high enough percentage. We got some work to do.
They are 18 to 22, so it's before their time. But I just thought that could be the greatest meme to send to Boston this afternoon.
Well, my kids have never seen Jordan play, so
yeah, that's crazy.
They don't know.
That's crazy.
They don't know.
I love Kobe. I love Kobe. Kobe has always showed immense love to other greats, especially greats of the past, because he knows how this thing goes, man. You learn from the generation before you, and you take that and you continue to evolve the game as you move on. The game just keeps evolving in certain areas. But I like what he said there, right? I used to do the same thing growing up. Like when I played basketball more and was really hard in practice, I would record games and I would study film, go out, try out, the plays, try out the moves that I had recorded, so on and so forth. Studied a lot of Kobe Bryant content and patterned my game after him. A lot of post-play, things like that, passing out of posts, that type of stuff. Kobe Bryant moved to Italy in 1984. He was about 6 years old. So Larry would have been in his 6th season with the Boston Celtics in his NBA career. So Kobe watched, growing up, he watched a lot of the Celtics and Lakers rivalry unfold. He saw a lot of Magic Johnson. He saw a lot of Larry Bird. He saw a lot of all those players. Even as a young kid, when his dad was playing in Italy, He was watching those games, studying, learning. And even as he got older, eventually they moved back to the United States, where Kobe grew up in Pennsylvania, went to Lower Merion High School, and still continued to watch video footage and educate himself long after these players had retired. And he hadn't even, it wasn't even about the Lakers, because Magic Johnson was Kobe's favorite player. He always wanted to be a Laker, but Kobe didn't grow up in Los Angeles. He grew up in Philadelphia. And for some time of his life, Italy. But he knew. It's just completely coincidental that he ended up going to the Lakers. And the Boston Celtics actually wanted to draft Kobe. They wanted to draft Kobe. I like what he said there. He's asking the Laker greats because he knew. He knew what the rivalry was. He knew the team that would give them fits is the Boston Celtics, and to some degree vice versa, right? They had a intense rivalry going. And he's watching the film and he's like, well, Bird looks slow. He looks slow as shit to me. And this guy is just giving you guys the business, giving you all kinds of trouble. So tell me out there on the floor, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? How are you adjusting? How did you want to play him? Did you try to take anything away from him? Could you take anything away from him? Could you find any weakness? Could you exploit anything? That kind of stuff. He always wanted to know, learn. Kobe's a freaking brainiac. Kobe was a brainiac. He did smart as hell, speaks multiple languages, and when he invests in something, he invests, and there's no half-assery. He pours his blood, sweat, and tears and soul into any project that he takes on. Whatever that is, whatever he's passionate about. So I thought that was interesting. But he knew, Kobe knew, Larry Bird was a bad man. That was a very bad man. That's why he asked about him. And then he said, hey, how many of you actually seen Larry Bird play? And we couldn't see what the crowd was, but you have to imagine, not many of them. And probably the ones that raised their hand probably saw a very few highlights, and that's it. They really probably don't even fully grasp the gravity that surrounds Larry Bird, you know what I mean, as a player. Crazy. He said, hey, that's not enough hands. We got work to do. Learn, read up on your history. Go ahead, look stuff up, see what players that were doing before the generation that you have attached yourself to, and you would be surprised. Don't ingest what a lot of the mainstream will like to tell you, that, you know, the players of old couldn't hold a torch to these players. They're bigger. These players today are bigger, stronger, faster, versatile. They can shoot. Oh my God, they can shoot. Shut that shit up. Cut it out. Especially the greats of the past. Kidding me? You got, like Kobe said, got work to do. He's a bad man. Magic Johnson was a bad man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, bad man. Larry Bird, bad man. Isaiah Thomas, bad man. Bill Russell, bad man. Dr. J, bad man. Wilt, bad man. Pistol, bad man. Cousy, bad man. Kidding me? Hey, I'll even throw Daryl Dawkins in there, bro. Daryl Dawkins is dunk on your ass. Daryl Dawkins. And he would nickname all his dunks. Keem Olajuwon, bad man. Kidding me? Kevin McHale, bad man. James Worthy, bad man. Got some bad mans. Jerry West, bad man. What we talking about now? What we really talking about? Yeah, so it's always, if you haven't watched many Kobe interviews, highly recommend. He is a very interesting person to hear talk, especially when interviewed and giving insight. and knowledge and telling stories. He's an excellent storyteller, and that was one of Kobe's other things he was passionate about. So he knew before he retired that he wanted to get into storytelling, and he was passionate about it. So, but his interviews are very enlightening, and you realize how much knowledge this guy has to spread and to inform people. So whenever I can find a new Kobe interview or segment or portion, always dive into it, because he's extremely humble, and he's always paying homage to the ones before him, players that he has learned from, and players that have helped move the game along in the right direction, and players that, you know, have cemented legacies that will last forever. That's just me talking. Let me know what you think about it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Stay notified. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Rest in peace, Kobe Bean Bryant. We out, baby.